Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, March 13th, 2023. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Nevis Water Department has commissioned its new water reservoir at Zetlands. Water Resource Manager Floyd Robinson notes that it is a good investment.
This reservoir replaced one that we had that was built from around the 80s. And because it was leaking profusely, we obviously had to do something in terms of saving the water. In these days of climate change and water shortages, obviously we can't be just wasting water that we are producing at a heavy cost. So this tank was put in place to replace that particular tank. The one we had before was made of a fiberglass material. It was a rectangular tank. And we had a few of them throughout the islands that we have done. One in Hamilton has gone. We had a project sometime before the CDB Water Enhancement Project that replaced about 6 of them. So NIA is doing its part now in terms of completing that project. And so we have behind us this so-called glass-fused steel. The tank is made of steel, but it's coated with glass, so it gives it great protection. We have had good running with this tank. We have one in the system that's nearly 30 years old already. And so these ones we expect to go way beyond that. And so it's a wonderful investment, and we're just here to commemorate the fact that in the era of climate change, that we're trying to move forward to keep sustainable, to keep up with the demand for water supply.
The Honourable Spencer Brand is the Minister responsible for water services in the Nevis Island Administration.
I think that today, again, signaled the commitment by the Nevis Island Administration to the people of Nevis in ensuring that we build out Nevis in a sustainable way. And I think that this 250,000 gallon water tank here is a clear indication that we are committed to that fact. This tank will now serve Market Shop area all the way down to Morningstar. And as the PS would have indicated, we will not stop there. We will continue to build out our water storage capacity. It is also our intention in the short to medium term to continue to explore for new sources of water, because we feel that with the projected development on the island of Nevis, we could never have enough water on the island of Nevis.
When he visited the site on Monday, March 13th, Minister Brand made a plea to residents.
I want to also use this opportunity to appeal to the general public to kindly conserve as much water as possible. It comes at a significant cost to deliver water to the people of Nevis, and I am appealing to you to please conserve as much water as possible. I want to also encourage the people of Nevis to please, in a timely manner, please go in and pay your bills on time. Because without the payment of those bills, we would not be able to construct and erect these kind of facility for your benefit. So I am also appealing to you for that. Once again, I want to say thanks, and I hope that now that we have completed this project, we would now move on to the next project, all in the interest to the benefit of the people of Nevis.
Minister responsible for water services, the Honourable Spencer Brand. The Consumer Affairs Department through the Federal Parliament will seek to table several legislations in 2023 aimed at further protecting consumers in St. Kitts and Nevis. This is according to Minister of International Trade, Industry, Commerce and Consumer Affairs, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzil Douglas, during his address on the occasion of Consumer Awareness Week, which will run from March 12th to 17th.
So the Ministry of International Trade, Industry, Commerce and Consumer Affairs places a high priority on the overall satisfaction of the consumers in our federation. Therefore, in 2023, your ministry, and by extension the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, will proceed with the reintroduction of the CARICOM Consumer Protection Bill for its first reading within our National Assembly of our Parliament. This would begin the national consultative discussion among our population.
The revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, establishing the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, provides for action to promote and protect the interests of consumers within the member states. Senior Minister Douglas says the CARICOM Consumer Protection Bill will form part of the discussion in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The government will endeavor to have the CARICOM Consumer Protection Bill pass through all of the required readings and stages towards its adoption in this year, 2023. Having completed this process, the Federation will then transition into the modern era of consumer protection, offering the Consumer Affairs Department greater legislative scope to issue citations for infractions, which will redound to the benefit of our consumers here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to emphasize that consumer issues, they are multifaceted. Therefore, special attention must be given to raising the level of public awareness in relation to the consequences of a business model which results in adverse effects for our environment and, by extension, our planet Earth.
Dr. Douglas noted that the Consumer Affairs Department will continue to provide information to better protect consumers in the Federation as they undertake transactions in the marketplace, while lending support to the formulation of public policy which will support the development of sustainable consumer goods. A notice from the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service is advising that the capture and the sale of marine turtles is prohibited by law. The notice reminds that the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is governed by laws which regulate the capture and the sale of marine turtles. The Fisheries Regulations 2002 states that turtle includes the whole or any part of any turtle, and no one shall remove from the Federation's fishery waters or at any time have in his or her possession, expose for sale, sell or purchase any turtle between the 28th day of February to the 1st day of October in every year. Additionally, no person shall at any time of the year disturb, remove from the fishery waters, expose for sale, purchase, or at any time have in his or her possession any turtle eggs. Remove from the fishery waters, expose for sale, sell, purchase, or at any time have in his or her possession any undersized turtle. Interfere with any turtle nest or any turtle that is nesting, or set within 300 yards of the shores of St. Kitts and Nevis any net or seine or any other device for the purpose of or with the intention of fishing for, catching, or taking any turtles. Still to come, Dame Marcella Liebert leads the list of women awarded on International Women's Day. The details after this break.
The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. The Nevis Island branch of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association joined the observance of Commonwealth Day on Monday, March 13th. To mark the observance, Youth Parliamentarian Patrice Nisbet II read the Commonwealth Day message from His Majesty King Charles III.
This week marks the 10th anniversary of the Charter of the Commonwealth, which gives expression to our defining values: peace and justice, tolerance, respect and solidarity, care for our environment, and for the most vulnerable among us. These are not simply ideals. In each lies an imperative to act and to make a practical difference in the lives of the 2.6 billion people who call the Commonwealth home. Whether on climate change and biodiversity loss, youth opportunity and education, global health, or economic cooperation, the Commonwealth can play an indispensable role in the most pressing issues of our time. Ours is an association not just of shared values, but of common purpose and joint action. The Commonwealth has an incredible opportunity and responsibility to create a genuinely durable future, one that offers the kind of prosperity that is in harmony with nature and that will also secure our unique and only planet for generations to come.
According to King Charles's 2023 Commonwealth Day message, the myriad connections between the Commonwealth of Nations have sustained and enriched them for more than 7 decades. Their commitment to peace, progress, and opportunity will sustain them for many more. 11 women were recognized for outstanding achievement and blazing a trail in various spheres throughout the Twin Island Federation during an International Women's Day Awards ceremony on March 8th. At the ceremony held at Government House in St. Kitts, Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd received the Ceiling Shatter Award for being the first female Governor General. 6 women each received the Pioneer Award for being the first woman in her field of work or area of discipline. The recipients were Adiola Moore, the first female Chief Executive Officer at the St. Christopher and Nevis Air and Seaports Authority, Scasper; Carice Hanley, the first female boat captain of Scasper; Thelma Richards, the first female head of the government's civil service; Jazara Claxton, the first local female cricketer to make the West Indies team; Jermelia Henry, the first female member of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association; and Angela Hamilton, the first female referee of the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association. Receiving the Department of Gender Affairs Awards were Bertily Hendrickson, Chanel Dean Lewis, Trella Freites, and Jehan Williams. Director of the Department of Gender Affairs, Virgil Jeffers, applauded their accomplishments through overcoming barriers, pushing boundaries, serving as mentors and inspiration, demonstrating service and compassion for others, and creating transformation towards a more gender-balanced world. He congratulated the awardees for their commitment and contribution to the growth of the Federation. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.